Welcome back to Fight Network Boxing Weekly here on SiriusXM Channel 167. SiriusXM Canada Talks. The Boxcino tournament returns to the ESPN airwaves this weekend, and one of the veterans of the tournament, a man who was in the last incarnation of the Boxcino tournament, one of the finalists, is going to be back at it, taking on Alex Perez this Friday. Brandon the Canada Adams joins us. Brandon, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just getting ready. For Friday night fight.
So, most people in the world, most fighters in the world would maybe one time enter a tournament where they basically toss their name in a hat and you can fight anyone and they don't know what's going on. You've decided to do it for a second time. Why did you decide to join Boxcino for the second time in your career?
Because it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to get back out there and test yourself, test your skills against other random fighters, basically, who feel they deserve. You know what I mean? Everybody's training to be deserving, so you know what I mean. I can't wait to get back out there and fight again in this tournament.
Now, you've been through it once before. What was that like? Because, you are given a decent amount of notice in terms of who you are going to be facing, but it isn't a ton of notice. What is that process like of starting training camp maybe and not knowing who exactly you're going to be facing, but knowing that guy's going to be pretty good?
It depends on how confident you are in your camp. I felt good last year. It was just more so of me getting used to fighting on TV. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I didn't have under my belt like all the other fighters that was there. And growing now, you know what I mean? I'm feeling more confident now of the fact that I'm getting more TV time. So I feel that I'm growing in front of the camera, which is good because in the gym I put in all the work and I'm a totally different fighter when I'm fighting in the gym, and I'm just trying to bring that same fighter who fights at the gym to the shows.
Now, why do you think that there is a difference there? Is it, do you get nervous when you fight on TV? Are there nerves involved that would make you kind of regress as a fighter once you step under those lights?
Well, it's more so, a little bit of nerves, but it's more so of, you fighting on TV. You don't want to make any mistakes. You want to look good. You want to win in fashion. So, all of that stuff plays a part, but now it's starting to come a whole lot better. It's starting to come freely without me trying to push to make it happen so much anymore.
Now, you took a fight, I guess just about a month ago against Leakin Byfield on ESPN as well. So again, more television exposure. And I know there were some people who said, why would he take a fight this close to the tournament? Did you just see that as a good opportunity for you to kind of get warmed up and have a longer camp, and as you said, just get better used to fighting on TV? Yeah,
well, all of the above. Really, I wanted to get out there and fight again because it's been a while since I fought. Then to top it off, I wanted to test myself, and that's all I've been doing. I've been challenging myself, and so far I've been answering all of my challenges. So last camp went well, and this one is going even better because I never got out of shape because I had to make sure that I kept myself honest, getting back in the gym, training, and working hard.
Now, one of the things that comes along with fighting on ESPN, which I'm sure you experienced, especially in the Willie Monroe fight, is you get Teddy Atlas talking about you on the air, and he's been really, really complimentary of you. He seems to love you in there. But one thing is when you get in high-profile fights on ESPN, you get the fight plan, where Teddy is basically telling you what you do wrong in there. What is that like when you go back and watch these fights and you hear Teddy kind of analyzing every little thing you're doing in the ring?
Well, the funny thing about it is everything that Teddy says, my trainer says. You know what I mean? So it's just more so of reassurance. What Teddy says is the fight key, what I need to be doing or what my opponent needs to be doing, is the same thing that my trainer tells me at the gym to look out for. Understand my position and feed off of it, learn how to basically better myself. So I critique myself real hard. But between me and my team, we critique me a whole lot harder than we do any of the other fighters in my stable due to the fact that, I didn't have much experience in the amateurs, and I'm learning on the job, and I know I'm a work in progress. And so, we kind of grade me a little harder. It's a lot of tough love going on, but I appreciate it.
Well, let's critique your opponent for this Friday, Alex Perez, because I think a lot of people feel that you probably got the toughest draw in the first round. You know that this is a matchup between two guys who, if you guys were fighting anyone else anywhere else in the bracket, people might have picked you guys to meet in the finals. But you're going to face off in the first round. Perez, a guy who's had that HBO exposure in the past, was kind of beaten up by Antonin Descaries in that fight, though. Was there anything that you took away from that fight that you think you can implement on Friday night?
Well, you know what? To be honest, man, ain't no telling how he actually felt going in that night, if he was himself or not. So, actually, man, the way I've been looking at Alex Perez is, in my mind, I'm seeing Alex Perez not making the same mistakes that he made when he fought D'Anthony or the other guy that he fought.
Oh, against Descaries, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't see him making them same mistakes. If he do, you know what I mean, that we've trained for just in case of anything, you know what I mean, as far as him using his jab, him trying to stay off me, him trying to actually get in there and trade punches with me on the inside. I'm looking forward to seeing the best Alex Perez that Alex Perez can be, because I plan on being the best Brandon Adams that I can be.
Now, in general, and obviously you're not going to reveal your entire game plan on the radio here, but in general, you know, people would look at this matchup and see, you know, tall guy who jabs on the outside. They see you, you know, who has been a really effective pressure fighter when we've seen you on TV in the past. Is it safe to assume that you want to be the aggressor in this fight, that you want to be the one backing him up?
Yeah, of course. That goes without saying. Like, I don't know, man. I feel real good with this camp, man. I plan on doing, you know what I mean, just establishing my jab more, you know, because I mean that's our breadwinner, the jab. You know what I mean? Last couple of times I fought southpaws, I didn't get it, didn't understand it, even when I was sparring and getting ready. I mean, I was doing it because I was told to do it, but I didn't quite see it. You know, I was naive. I just didn't catch on to it, and now I'm starting to get it a whole lot more, you know, so I'm feeling real good.
Well, you've mentioned a couple times, even in this interview, that you know, you consider yourself a work in progress with you know, with how short your amateur career was, that you're learning on the job right now. What did you take away from the Willie Monroe fight in the finals last year? Because I have to say, I can't remember a fighter taking a loss as well as you did, especially in the post-fight interview. I can't remember a guy who reacted to a loss as well as you did. It just seems that you were you know, not okay with it, but you weren't crushed. You seemed to learn from it right from the get-go.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have to learn on the job real fast. What Willie Monroe did, actually what he showed me was a bit of the amateur style, something that I was missing in my game, you know what I mean, something that I wasn't aware of, something that, you know, was pretty much new to me, the punching, you know what I mean, as far as how he did the slick movement, hurry up, putting quick little punches, combinations together, and hurry up and getting out of there, you know what I mean, just trying to score. I've never really had that in front of me before, especially from a southpaw. I mean, like right-hand fighters, you get it, but from southpaw fighters, you don't really get it so much. At least I didn't. So, you know, it was a learning process. That night, I definitely didn't feel myself. It was a whole lot weighing on me, man, like the fight, my wife's pregnancy. It was a whole lot, not taking anything away from Willie Monroe. He did a great job. But, you know what I mean? I believe right now, you know, I have a whole lot more experience in fighting southpaws, thanks to him too, him and Ray Gatica. And, you know, in a sense, he kind of helped build me to prepare myself for this fight and the next couple of fights, so forth.
And it seems like you guys kind of developed a friendship. I mean, I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago as well, and he said that even after you both fought in the first round, that you guys were sitting around at the Turning Stone, you hit it off a little bit. Have you guys been staying in touch and talking about how camp's been going?
Yeah, we've been keeping in contact. He's a good guy. And I learn a lot from him, whether it's like, because he's been in the game a lot longer than me. He knows a whole lot more than me. So I like to learn, you know what I mean? This is the field that I'm working in, so this is my career. I want to try to pick up as much as I can. And, he's a student of the game, and he's also one of the good guys. You know what I mean? He's classy, so why not pick up some stuff from him, right?
Absolutely. Well, lastly, the one thing we actually haven't touched on about this fight is the fact that you're coming down to junior middleweight for this fight, which from the sounds of it, you're pretty cheerful right now, so the weight cut mustn't be affecting you too much. I've talked to some miserable fighters through the years during fight week. How has that been going though? Has it been too much of a struggle to drop those extra 6 pounds?
Not at all. Actually, after fighting at 160, I felt a little sluggish. I mean, because I didn't have to train so hard to get ready to fight at 160. And me fighting at 154, it's totally different because, I haven't been here fighting in a while. But, man, I feel good. I feel great. I mean, like you said, you can hear it in my voice. I'm still lively. I feel refreshed. I'm looking forward to getting out there.
Well, we're looking forward to the fight on Friday night. It's always fun when you step inside those ropes. So best of luck against Alex Perez, and we hope to get you back on here soon.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.